Welcome to the inFlow webinar.
And today is about Showroom and Showroom Pro.
Okay, no, it's just fucking
It's just
Here,
wonderful.
you can.
I love it.
You can just go next.
Wonderful. Next, there you go. Okay, so it's the webinar for July 2025, and we have a theme going on. I wonder what it is. Oh, this. Yep. You want to go ahead?
Hello, my name is James, and I'll be your Peter Parker for today. Just kidding. But one of my favorite characters for from the Spider-Man universe is obviously Peter Parker. Can't mess with the OG. And fun fact, I am a July baby. And here's our next
And
host.
I am Justin. My favorite character would be Venom. I don't know if you guys know who Venom is. Fun fact, I'm also a July baby.
And mine is Carnage, which is kind of like Venom if you don't know. I'm also a July baby, and that is a big reason we are doing this all together.
Hooray.
Yeah, and to begin, because at the end of this webinar, we're going to give away a special prize of $100. So we want to give you a head start, and just to do a warm up, we're going to do a small quiz. So if you guys can just join menti.com or scan the QR code, and it will take you directly into the game room. If asked, you need to put in the game code is 51510280.
If you go through the phone, though, it'll be way quicker and it'll just be ready to go.
You can just use the camera and shoot at this screen. I'm going to pop into the showroom slide, and that should give you, that should give you the QR code as well.
Kiri, if you don't mind muting, just your typing is a little bit.
My fault.
Thank you very much. But
Okay.
Kiri will be assisting you guys with any chat questions. We will have a Q&A session towards the end, but depending on how we're doing on timing wise, we may get to some of your questions live. So feel free to post in the chat, and don't rest assured though, if your question doesn't get answered here, feel free to either send us a message either through email or visit us at support live chat. We will make sure to answer your question though after the webinar if we don't get to it now.
Right. Okay, so I'm going to count down 10 seconds, and then we're going to go ahead to go to the next slide. I don't think there's a waiting room sort of slide here, but we'll see. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, let's see. So if you guys can tell us who currently uses Showroom already. So you don't use it, you use it a little bit. What is Showroom? Cool. Just 23 of you. Oh, okay, I can see that there's 23 of participants.
Okay, quite a few people who are not sure what Showroom.
So for this practice, there's no countdown, but on the actual one that we'll be giving away the $100 gift card with, that will have a countdown. So you got to put in your answers quick and accurately. But this one, there's no accurate answer, of course.
No,
so next slide. How do you use Showroom? So tell us, how would you be ranking yourself into using Showroom for B2B, for B2C, for order management, job site management, etc. Interesting. So there are multiple choices you can drag up and down, if I remember correctly.
Obviously, if you don't use Showroom, you don't need to answer this question, but you can also answer hypothetically.
Yeah. Okay. Good to know. B2B. And rank each Spider-Man series of the following from 1 to 5, 5 being the best.
Polls aren't working. Were you using your mobile device or on the website, Luke? Not sure if you need to refresh there, but online. Okay, not too sure what happened there, but
I suggest
again, this is not towards any prize.
I suggest you using the phone's web, I guess.
Yeah.
If you're not using the phone's web. Okay. Nice.
And most of
Personally,
us here really do like the original Tobey Maguire series, and I'm very happy to see that.
yeah, I actually think it's one of the greatest too.
Yeah.
Well, I think the Andrew one could have been longer. Anyway, thank you. Thank you for playing along. That is our practice, and then that will also be our gaming device when we want to give out at the end for the $100 gift card. So please stay tuned of everything that we'll be talking about. Today we're going to be talking about showroom and today's topics. First, we're going to talk about showroom in general, and then how to set up showroom, different kinds of showroom. And then James will wrap us up with Showroom Pro features, and then we'll have a mini Q&A session. Hopefully we'll get through most, if not all, of the questions, and then the game. So let us begin.
So, to start us off, what exactly is showroom? Depending on your specific business, as long as you have that need of wanting to display or sell your inventory to your clientele, to customers, or even just job management, resource management within your own company, Showroom is inFlow's online portal and solution to do just that with your inventory.
Right.
And just to dive right in, here's a quick look on how Showroom would present to your customers. As you can see, we have different aspects of our Showroom homepage, including your company name would be listed on the top left at number 1. You can have a shop banner. You can have 2 styles of displaying your products, either catalog style or listing styles. Once you actually know the product you want to click into, you can click into each specific product, and at the top, you'll be able to search for products as well. Diving into further, here is what happens when you click into an actual product. You can have you'll display, and you can actually choose what you want to display, but certain options include category, images, description, availability, measurements, and not shown here, but you can actually include remarks that you put in your inFlow side. And and pictures can only do so much, so let's dive right into a quick demo of how Showroom actually works. And Justin, aka Venom here, will demonstrate just that.
Okay. Yeah. So right here, or James, if you want to walk me through.
Sure. So right now, Justin will be logging into an already created Showroom account. Rest assured, we'll be showing you how to set one up as well, but would be the login process for your customer. This would be your customer's view right now. So in this case here, Justin is able to see 2 specific products, and he will click into how much he wants to buy. And at the top right, he'll be able to click on the cart, verify his products, and proceed to checkout. During the checkout phase, this is currently limited, but you will have to have included contact details, shipping details. Doesn't have to be fully entered in, I believe, but this would obviously help your employees. You can have a special request field, and billing details can be the same as your shipping address. And once you have placed an order, the customer will see this message stating the order number that will register into your inFlow. And right now, Justin will show how it looks when an order comes in and when your customer has created an order. You'll receive that specific email. And just as we wait, Justin will now be logging into inFlow and will show that. There we go. And that specific order has been created.
Yep.
Perfect. And just to let you know, with our showroom, you can have a general or a private portal tied to a specific email address. So what that means is, with a general showroom, you can still have it so that you can provide a general link, and those who have access to that link will see that general homepage. But they won't exactly be able to order. They will need to create a specific login and account with your showroom in order to proceed to checkout, but that general showroom will be able to at least display your products and general availability, prices, etc. When you have the private showroom, though, you can invite specific users or customers that you have already in your inFlow, and there is actually technically no limit to how many private showrooms you can create, so you can kind of go crazy. And to help look into that further, Justin will now show you how to set up showroom.
Yep, showroom setup. So there are a few areas that we can set up the showroom. As you can see here, there are 4 major tiles, I guess. There's a showroom general settings, and there's a public showroom. There's a checkout setting, and then there's also private showroom setting. I'm going to show you each one of these in detail. So showroom general settings. In the general setting, you can set up the color theme of your showroom, the layout, whether it will be grid or list, and the font that you want to choose. It's not unlimited, so we have these 5 fonts, and then the text banner if you want to put anything, and upload your own banner image. There's also remove inFlow branding. I put this separately in because it is a pro setting, so you would need to have the option to add on this Showroom Pro in order to get inFlow branding removed. And also in general settings, there are products you can select. So you can either choose to select to display all your products, or you can select a certain few. You can select different categories. I'll show you that later. And where you want to take the stock locations from. So you can have all locations, or you can select a certain location for your showroom to take stock from. And then display settings, there are different things you can set, like hiding or showing the availability of the stock levels. You can choose to show only the availability, like right now. So it will just say out of stock or in stock. Choose to display picture, category, description, measurement, SKU, remarks. In the previous screenshot, and when you saw our showroom preview, you saw that it had different descriptions, measurements, all displayed. So that's how it could look like. And then in the last of the general settings, you can set which emails you want to be informed whenever you get a showroom order. So from the demo that I just showed you, all 3 of us, Justin, Kiri, and James, all 3 of us got the email, and it will be separated by a comma. The phone number doesn't really call us, but you can leave a phone number for them if you want to display a reachable phone number. And then the contact message is something that you can customize, and it will show when they click contact. I'll show you this. So once the customer is logged in and they click the mail envelope button, they will see the contact us by the phone number. They won't see what emails are being contacted, but when they send this message, the emails will be receiving the messages, and the customized message will display here. Now moving on to public showroom settings. Public showroom settings is where you can edit and see what prices it will show. Now, only in public showroom, in public showroom you can display prices, but you cannot place orders yet. Only in private showroom you can place orders. So in public showroom, you can choose what pricing you want to display, whether you show prices at all, and then you can customize the sign up message. So when you click sign up, this is the sign up message you'll see. I will show you this process. I believe one of the other participants wanted to see how this process goes. I'll show that to you afterwards. But yeah, when you click sign up, this is what you'll see. And then in private showrooms is where you can edit more things. So in private showroom, you'll first invite customers. You can either invite them if you never created a customer profile for them. You can just type in their name and email. But if you already have them as a customer, you can select it from the customer side, and then the email will populate, and you can edit if you need it. Click next, and you'll be brought to more settings. So like the general showroom settings, the private showroom settings has more selections, and some of them are based on what you've set for general. So to match general settings, product selections and display settings are on by default, but you can turn it off and you can select if you want private showroom to show the actual stock levels, for example, or if you only want measurements or SKU to be displayed in private showrooms, you can do that. But some of the other things you cannot change in the private showroom settings. You must change it in general settings, would be location. And then you would, to change the prices that they will see in private showroom, if they already have a customer profile, then you need to change it from the customer profile and not change it here, because you will see based on customer settings. And at the very bottom, you'll see custom message. So when you invite them, you can customize what the subject line, it can actually take emojis and you can customize the message as well. And that will be the message they'll see when they get the invite. So just to show you another example, on the left here, you see the public showroom. And then on the right, you see a private showroom. And you can see that on the right, when they're logged in, their contact name is at the top. They will be able to see the envelope button for contacting you guys. And they can also add the items to the order. So lastly, on checkout settings, I believe someone asked this before. So in checkout, you could enable payment, but this requires inFlow Pay. I'll get into that later in the next slide. But yeah, we do have a payment terminal, not payment terminal, but we do have a integration with another company to accept credit cards online for payment. You can enable order confirmation. What this means is that when the customer places an order, it doesn't automatically become a sales order. You would have to confirm it for it to process as a real order. Otherwise, it's basically like a quote. And then you can customize checkout and post order messages so that they'll see a certain message before they check out or while they check out, and then see another message after post. There's also another function called abandoned cart that James will go into more detail, because this is also a pro feature. But basically, you will get reminders when customers have abandoned their cart. So the checkout message will appear when they check out, literally. So this is where you'll see it. Please note that these prices do not include shipping. This is up to you what you want to put here. And then once the order is placed on the right, you'll see that the message appears there. Now, inFlow Pay. So inFlow Pay is by Worldline. It's another company we partnered with. So they are the ones that are approving whether you can or cannot have this account, but you need this account in order to accept credit cards for your showroom orders. This will also apply to other non-showroom orders. So you can accept credit cards there. They can accept Visa, Master, and American Express as well. They have a fixed monthly fee, so please note of that. And they do have a % per charge. Because this is not basically a showroom feature, but more about inFlow Pay, we do have a support article about this, and we have other webinars about inFlow Pay itself if you want to dive into it. But for now, also to know that it will only accept USD and CAD for now. And when you check out, instead of seeing just the billing address and shipping address to be editable, you can also input the credit card info and then place the order, like on the left. So demo time. So I want to show you how to invite. Sorry, let me click through my many tabs. Let's see. I want to invite myself. Sorry. There you go. So this is the showroom. And right now, as a public showroom, I cannot add to any order, but I want to sign up. So what I want to do is click sign up and then put my name. My name is Aunt May, and my email, just so that I can have access to it. And then type in a message. Hi, I want to buy your products. And once you sign up, oh, network error.
You may have used that email already.
Maybe. Okay. Let me sign up again. Uncle Ben. I'm pretty sure Uncle Ben didn't have an account.
I believe in this case here, and it's a good way to demonstrate, I believe showroom logins are unique emails, so you
Yes.
can't have more than one.
Okay. So once I put that up, okay, and then I have received an email, which I'll show you. So this is the email that we've received. Showroom request. Hi, Uncle Ben has requested to access your showroom. This is the email, and that's the message they put. If you want add, you click add, and they become a customer. So another thing that I wanted to show you was to, let me see, in showroom settings, there are different things you can add, but if you notice, it was banner that this of the Spider-Man. I can change it if I have a new one, and then you can drag and just make it fit the way you want. Instead of red, I'll have blue. Change the lists, change the font, and instead of all products, because right now before I didn't have select all products, but if I want to, I can deselect this and then select everything, and it will have all products instead. I don't want to show now what I said here will be for the public showroom. I don't want to show availability. I don't want to show description because that's too much. I just want to show measurements and SKUs. I can save this, and afterwards I can preview.
Probably
Because I'm
to open it in incognito.
Yeah. Let me. There you go. Now everything is blue. The new banner, the new font, listing instead of the usual catalog type. But once again, because I'm not logged in, I cannot add to cart. Okay. And that's how you can customize. Now, let's say I have, sorry, just give me one moment before I can log in again. And let's say I want to edit the showroom, private showroom access for my customers. And I have a new one right here. You go to showroom settings again. So I have my good friend, Tony, and I already invited him. I can resend the invite. And from emails, I will be getting another email from Tony saying, here's the invitation, please accept it again. So you could resend the invitation if you notice that they didn't accept the invitation. So you can accept, and it will take you to creating. There you go. Now I'm in Tony's private showroom. Now, let's say I want to edit so that Tony only sees a certain pricing. Because in here, edit access, you can sort, you can edit so that Tony's access to certain pricing is different than the general ones. So if in public showroom you had normal price, and I want Tony because he's special, he gets sales price. So that's something you can set in customer settings, and I cannot change it here. So I would have to go back to customers and then change it if I need to. So let's say I want to give him something even better. So I go to Tony's profile and I want to give him VIP pricing. Actually, I don't think I have anything VIP. Let me see. Let me just give him like for 100% above my cost. So that's extremely good for Tony. So if I go to showroom settings again, and I edit for Tony, you can see that his pricing has been updated to VIP. And if I go to the store of private showroom, I can now see that it's only $20 instead of $360. So you can make changes like this for dedicated customers. That's it for my part.
Thank you so much. And before we get onto Showroom Pro, I think there was another email I just want, or sorry, a comment that I want to double check on. Let me just try to find it here. I think it was Bobby Joe Hernandez. We still have staff placing orders for more items than available. Are you working on a fix for this? In terms of that, could you verify whether or not you're actually showing your stock level / availability? Because at least right now, after testing, if you're not showing your technical availability, but you enable checkout, that customer will still be able to like basically order as much quantity as you want without it blocking the actual order, if that's what you mean. But other than that, just trying to take a look here. I think we answered most questions, and shout out to Phil here. I do see you answering some questions. Thank you. Kiri's doing a great job handling the rest.
Thank you, Kiri.
Perfect. Yeah, so please, again, if you have any questions, still shout them out. But moving on here, just to wrap things up, Showroom Pro. So Showroom Pro is an add-on on top of Showroom Basic, and this Pro feature / add-on will give you 3 main bonuses to your showroom. So what those 3 aspects will include is being able to set up a custom URL domain. You would again get the aforementioned abandoned cart features that Justin mentioned, and also, as mentioned, being able to remove certain inFlow branding. Getting into more detail now. First off, we have setting up your custom URL domain. So as you need to have, you must own that domain / subdomain. So in terms of domain and subdomain, what that it basically means is, let's say you have www.google.com. You would need to have owned google.com and the subdomain of www for that regular domain. For setting up a custom URL, you're basically setting up that subdomain to link to showroom.inflowinventory.com. If you see on my next slide, here's an example of GoDaddy.com. Let's say I owned the domain superstore.com, and I also owned and wanted to set up the subdomain as www. That means that I want whoever uses www.superstore.com links immediately to my inFlow showroom. So I would go to GoDaddy.com, I would set up a DNS record, set it to CNAME, set the name to www, and the value to showroom.inflowinventory.com, and save that line, and bam. Verification is usually basically instant, but we do need to advise that it can take up to 1 to 3 days. If that does happen, either that usually points to a setup being wrong, or you'll need to contact your domain provider. But moving on from there, we also provide the ability to show abandoned cart features. What that means is within 1 hour, if the customer has left the cart, inFlow will be checking every 15 minutes to see whether or not inFlow has sent out an email blast to that customer, letting them know that, oh, did you forget to finish off your cart? And inFlow will not send an email if the customer is still browsing. So it's checking every 15 minutes, but if the customer has done something within the last hour, it will not send an annoying message. And number 2, if it already has sent a message about that cart and there's been no new activity, it will not re-trigger again. And finally, last but not least, one of the nicest things is being able to remove that inFlow branding so that it's just all about you. And from there, what that means is when I mentioned that it's only certain aspects, but that will include the footer on all showroom pages. If you highlight the web page title shown above on the back screen, you'll see that currently it does show inFlow Showroom, but I believe that would be removed. And in your showroom emails themselves to the customer, you'll see at the very bottom that will get removed. One disclaimer though, I've seen feedback personally on this, and we hope to update this in the future, but I don't have any details right now. You will notice that in the actual recipient email, you will still notice that the customers can still see no reply at inflowinventory.com. Unfortunately, being able to give you guys access to a custom domain specifically there to basically send out emails through your specific company email provider, that's been a tricky part in the past several years. So hopefully we can do an update on that in the future, but we'll keep you guys posted.
Thank you.
And yeah. Bobby said we show staff, show number in stock. So for example, we show 9 Spider-Man lunch totes. They order 10. Sales order shows up on our side with 10. Oh, in that case, we would still allow that to happen, but on your inFlow side, you should technically get that stock warning. Either it'd be in that yellow exclamation mark or red exclamation mark saying that you don't have enough in stock. Technically, in my opinion, it would probably raise up more problems if we didn't allow over ordering. But yeah, we can submit that feedback. Maybe we can change the behavior. If you maybe in the future we can put an option where they can only order what's actually in stock. But yeah, that sums up our webinar, at least for the main information. If you guys have any more questions questions, we can definitely try to answer them. If you have any related showroom issues, feel free to raise them up.
I just want to point out that we are still an inventory management system. So I think creating a showroom where they can place orders is a pretty cool feature to have for inventory management system. We don't want to replace Shopify. It would be nice to, but I think it's a long way to. So I just want to put that expectation out there that we want your feedback, we want to improve, but it might take some time in order to meet all the sales requirements of a sales platform. But please, yeah, let us know.
Yeah, exactly. And as Julie just mentioned, yeah, in her case specifically too, she likes the ability that these brand customers or your customers are able to over order on Showroom specifically because of your specific workflow. So we can definitely take your feedback into consideration, Bobby, and maybe there would be an option to like set that as a toggle, being able to over order or not. But yeah, please and always submit feedback. We're always happy to take feedback. Either notify us in live chat, send us an email. We always log it. Our team always reviews it, and I will admit that the louder you guys' voice are on a specific issue, the more likely that our team will be able to look at it. Like the more times that they see it come up, it does kind of get looked into, but it also takes into consideration how difficult it is to implement. And yeah, as Justin said, we are mainly a inventory management system, but hopefully this will help you guys with your B2B, B2C needs and just being able to display your inventory and being able to sell it and get those sales orders generated automatically.
Thank you, Kiri. I see you answering for Luke, but I just want to demonstrate as well. Yeah, we don't have a section right now for attaching any sort of attachments on top of this order right now. So all you can do is pretty much fill in all the fields that you see. The special request would go into remarks of an order.
Yeah, and I definitely have, I'm sure Justin and Kiri have as well. We definitely have seen feedback on being able to customize the checkout screen as well. We definitely have submitted that feedback before, but hopefully we can have that updated in the future.
Fernando, you asked if there's another way to pay, so if they can accept other than card. I don't know what Zelle is, but Cash App or Venmo. No, the only thing that we have integrated right now is with credit cards via Worldline. So you need to first get an account from them and then get the credit cards. But other than that, you may have to deal with the payment side of it outside of the order, unfortunately. But yeah, we can put that feedback again for you as a feature request.
Yeah, that would include PayPal as well, Fernando. It's only through inFlow Pay, which is Worldline, and that's basically only credit card, USD or CAD.
Thank you.
We'll definitely submit the feedback though, for sure.
When you adjust the price VIP for the customer, can this be applied to individual products or is it an overall price adjustment? So in inFlow, if you said, do I have it open? Yeah. So the question is, if for the VIP pricing, can I have VIP pricing for just certain products? So on the private showroom, you can choose to show which pricing scheme to display, but per product, you can choose what, sorry, this may be too small. Per product, you can still set what the price is per product under the VIP scheme. So if you want this to be exactly the same as the sales price, you could put the same markup percentage or price amount, and it will still be the same this way. So this would be a workaround. But when you choose the pricing scheme in the private showroom, it will display the same. It will display VIP prices for all your products. It won't display just for some products.
Yeah. You won't be able to set VIP for like product A, but then show sale price for product B, unfortunately. That's not possible. But if you set up VIP price for customer A, all your products for customer A will show VIP price.
Right.
No ability to accept a PO number. Unfortunately, there's no specific field. However, you can technically put that in special requests.
Yeah. Yeah. For now, you would have to put in the PO number in special request, which goes to the remarks. I had to step away from it, but with the Zapier integration upgrade, are any of these related to showroom functioning? Hard to say. It's not finalized yet, but I mean,
depends on what you're looking to get out of that.
I can see. No, hard to say. But yeah, not like you can. Not in the way, if you're thinking about accepting other payment methods, I don't think so. But we'll still have to see. It's not fully developed yet. Alerts for showroom pending approval. Yeah, I can see that. So but if you get certain, so I think because it needs some sort of trigger and then to do some actions. I might be wrong, and it's still up in the air. We haven't been told what the final release will be like. But if they can read the special request and it shows showroom, for example, and then because of that, it will do some other actions like emailing you or
whatever other action you needed to. Like I could see theoretically if once the showroom order is generated in inFlow, you can then have Zapier link that to trigger whatever alert you need to create.
Right. I'm pretty sure there will be a Zapier webinar down the road.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
When that comes up, please bring up all your questions related to that. But for now, I don't know. I don't know about the new Zapier integration answer to that. But thank you.
There should be a way to add a per case and per unit. At the moment, it only multiplies by unit price. Hope this makes sense. Yep, definitely makes sense. Unfortunately, unit of measure is not available as a pricing option within Showroom, but definitely we'll submit that as well.
Yeah, right now it's going to only show as the sales unit of measure.
Sales unit, right? Not standard, right? Just to double check. Because I'm pretty sure it's technically by unit price, which...
Let me see. Well, I have the same...
No, I think it's still keep it as each for standard, but then you're selling, set that as like a case and 30 each, maybe? Try that. Yeah.
Okay, and I'll set this as whatever, 150. It's per case. So it's per selling unit of measure.
Per selling unit of measure. Is that... Okay, so Fernando, you're looking to have both, is what you're essentially saying. Just want to double check. Because yeah, unfortunately, it would be only by the selling unit of measure right now. If you want both, that is definitely something we can submit as feedback.
to have a cheaper price for case, like a discounted price. So if they order 30, then the price would reflect differently.
Can we not do that already with a standard and a like a discount, like a case too? Because I mean, if you're looking for multiple units of measure and pricing within one product right now on this order screen, then yeah, that's not possible right now.
There's another workaround you could do. I've seen this in another store that I shop from. So other than having just one product for a plushie, for example, you would have a plushie case and then display that case in a discounted price. So if they order the case, then it's discounted. Yeah, it's not doing the smart calculation for you, but if they order individually, then they'll still get the individual price. But if they order by the case, then they get a different price. That's the other workaround. But yeah, we'll still submit it as a feature request. Thank you. I have item in my list twice.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you basically are doing that workaround already. Yeah, I can see that working, but for other users that would like to have it all within like one product record, yeah, unfortunately that doesn't exactly help. But
is there a way to indicate on the pic thumbnail that a product has multiple images? Not from the showroom settings, but you could edit your photo to be like there's more. I mean, literally putting the words more products, or like 1 out of 2 or 1 out of 5. So
that's kind of annoying. But
yeah. But
unfortunately,
no
can you just
setting
show
problem.
how it looks right now on the showroom?
Yep,
Because it just
so-
looks like there's
Right. So for this product, the Goblin helmet, let me just close these. The Goblin helmet, I have more than one picture. It doesn't show.
It's just the arrow. Yeah.
Arrow. Yeah. Hope no one's too scared of this.
But we can again. Well, maybe we'll have a feedback on that, and maybe the pictures can kind of come up as like a cascade looking thing. But can't promise anything.
Okay.
It's just trying to just imagine a perfect world for you guys right now.
I think Alicia wants to play.
How about the ability to send the link to their private showroom login page? So in that case, they don't exactly have their own personal login page. You would just send in your public or your general showroom link, and from there, if the customer's not already logged in, they would just log in.
It would just be this link. So let's say I am not logged in right now and I'm logged out. This will still be that link. It won't be a customized login link. So if you click login, you can just type in the login email that you have, and then yeah. And that's it. Thank you very much for joining our showroom webinar. There will be, yeah, just to summarize it, we will be having a recording. Our marketing team will do some trimmings if needed, and then post it on YouTube, I believe Facebook as well, and we'll get everybody who signed up as a participant should get a link afterwards automatically once the video is ready. That is all.
Don't forget, guys, we do these giveaways every time. We'll look into sometimes we change it up every once in a while on how we distribute these, but again, if you didn't win today, just come back and tune in next time to the next webinar and you'll get another chance there.
That's right.
Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, everyone.
See you next time.
Take care.